I'm from Burnt Hills, New York, which is in upstate New York, capital region.
I grew up in Neversink, New York. My whole family lives there. My dad's family is kind of around, but I spent a lot of time with my mom's family, mostly with my grandma.
I've always kind of grown up in the same small town. Through high school, I became a big skier. Would go skiing every single weekend with my friends. We joined ski club together and we would go to all these different mountains in New York.
And when I was about 14, my mom suggested maybe I wanted to be a geneticist and go into science because I really liked that. And I thought it was a great idea, so I decided to go to Clarkson University to major in biomolecular science.
After I went to college, I had a hard time deciding what I wanted to do. Engineering wasn't really what I was looking for. It wasn't really as hands-on, so I went to communications where I could focus on video and photography work.
We met just a couple months after we started college.
My friend Seth, he had tea time at Clarkson, the college that we both went to.
I had been trying to join some clubs and broaden my horizons, and I met one of Zach's friends, and he introduced us.
Christina just happened to be there. She was one of his friends at the time, so we just kind of met up through chance.
I thought he was really cute, and he was really quiet. Like, I couldn't tell if he liked me or like what he was thinking.
My first impression of Christina was that she was just absolutely gorgeous, really like bright and joyful little blonde girl that I saw, and just like as soon as I saw her I was like, man, that girl is so cute.
And I couldn't tell what he was thinking, but like I knew I liked him.
I was the first person to kind of make a move, as it said on Christina.
He contacted me on Facebook just to like chat a little bit. And he mentioned that he was having trouble in calculus, so I offered to tutor him.
And so she came over to my dorm and, would tutor me in math.
Quickly stopped being schoolwork and just started being like more fun and watching movies and whatever.
Are you looking for something steady or do you just kind of want to like be friends? And she said, no, I'm totally looking for an actual relationship, so. We're
spending a lot of time together and could tell like we were both interested in making it a relationship. Smart girls attract boys. That's what I learned.
Dating Christina was a super good time. We go on hikes together, we do all sorts of things together. Pretty much anything that we could think of that two people could go on, we would do together. And it was just a really, really good time.
He made me have fun and he made me relax, which I really appreciate. And I've learned how to relax from him. Otherwise, I probably would have been like hospitalized from stress.
I was the one to say I love you first.
We hadn't been going out that long and he said it. I said it back, but he was the first.
She had just come back from a late night test and we were texting and she was telling me how she was so upset because it was one of the first tests she had ever taken in her life that she just knew that she completely bombed. It was middle of January, so very, very cold and snowy, -, degrees, and I remember walking in my t-shirt and shorts across the dorms to go and meet her.
We were just hanging out in my dorm room. He was about to leave to go back to his room and he was like, oh, I need to tell you, like, I love you. I just had to say it.
And she said, this is gonna sound weird too, but I love you too.
I did a research fellowship program at University of Tennessee in Knoxville. And after that experience, I knew I wanted to go to grad school. And I came to St. Jude and you just see it and like you're blown away. But I was like, this is it, this is where I'm going. We're moving to Memphis, hope that's cool.
And so we pretty quickly after May, moved out to Memphis. We bought a house in March of 2017 during our spring break. And yeah, we moved out here in July and kind of started our new life together. So the proposal story is a pretty long story. I won't get into the details of everything, but I'll just say that there were many, many plans that didn't quite work out.
He bought the ring with the credit card around Valentine's Day and told me not to look at the credit card statement. Valentine's Day, I said like, oh, where's my present, like that morning, and he forgot he was supposed to get me a present. Went to Walmart that morning, bought the KitchenAid, because he knew it had to be a big enough purchase to like justify using the credit card. And then when he got home, put it in the trunk of my car, took me out to find it, and told me I'd been driving around with it for like a week, but really he got it that day and he was covering up the purchase of the ring.
I had convinced her without any question that I had not already had the ring in my possession.
So we went to flight after I had finished my immunology course. I had an exam that day, and it was really, really nice.
So I didn't have the ring on me at the time. I remember texting her friends and saying, guys, I gotta do this. It just feels right today. And they all were just, freaking out. So I was trying to keep my cool at dinner, and I did a pretty good job at keeping my cool.
And he was like, oh, let's go to the roof of the Peabody. And I was like, why? What do you have planned? Why are we going to the roof? He's like, nothing, it'll be really nice, like the view, you haven't seen it, we should go.
After we got home, I remember thinking, okay, this is I'm gonna do this, I have to keep my cool. So I was kind of like, baby, it could still happen. The night's not over yet. And she was like, yeah, whatever. At this point, she, her hopes were crushed.
And I turned around and he was on one knee and he had the ring box open.
Instantly started crying, and I was like, will you marry me? And she's like, yeah, of course I'll marry you. And I'm like, are you sure? Do you like the ring? And she just goes, put that ring on my finger right now. And I'm like, okay.
I was just completely shocked. I mean, I didn't think it was gonna happen. I told all my friends it wasn't gonna happen. They told him I didn't think it was gonna happen. So I don't know, he did a really great job surprising me, and I did not give him enough credit because I was certain I was gonna know when he did it.
So Christina supports me in honestly way too many ways to name in just one short video.
I know has kind of struggled with the transition. He misses skiing, he misses the snow, I do too. He left all of his friends, he's made a couple here.
When we first got here, I was unemployed, and so I was looking for a job for about 2 months, and there were just certain days where I was like, I don't know if I can do this. Like I've been looking and looking, and I just can't seem to find a job. Whatever
I need, whatever I want, he's always trying to make sure I get it, which is just insane. It's so nice how he's just always there for me.
And she was always, no, you gotta stick with this. You have skills that people want. There's something out there for you. You just gotta keep looking. I know you can do this. You're a smart person.
My bunny rabbit Harry died when we were freshmen, and I just really missed him and wanted another one. And when we moved, he got me one. I don't know, just everything he does.
She helps me in literally every way I can think imaginable, and it's really, really good to have her back on every issue. My favorite characteristic about Christina is how she's small, but she's kind of fiery.
He's so goofy. He is just the goofiest human alive.
She's really like bubbly and kind of fiery and spunky, and I just really, really like that about her.
I love how relaxed he is because I need that. We really complement each other.
So the thing that drives me crazy about Christina is something that I also actually respect about her. She has this level of OCD that is so frustrating, but also so helpful.
He leaves his socks everywhere. I'm always picking up socks. And when he comes in the house, he doesn't put his shoes away, he leaves them under that table.
Just come home from a day at work and I just kind of like take my shoes off and just leave them and just go to the bedroom to change into something more comfortable. And she's like, what are you doing with these shoes? And I'm like, I'll come get them. And she's like, but what about right now? And I'm like, just relax, it'll be okay.
Every morning, he leaves his towel on the bed, and if I don't move it, the bed gets a wet spot. So mostly it's just he doesn't pick up after himself. 5 years from now, we will probably not be living in Memphis anymore. Hopefully like 4 years I'll graduate, and then it'll be time to either stay here, maybe if St. Jude makes me an offer I can't refuse, we would do that, but more than likely it'll be time to move again. We will move to maybe Washington. I'm gunning for Utah because my sister lives there and it's all these mountains and skiing, all that kind of outdoorsy stuff that I love. I don't think it's going to be tremendously different from where we are now, but it's just so hard to tell because I think we're going to move and that will bring a whole new set of adventures. I've said this a bunch over the past few days, but I have never been happier.
You are the most important person in my life. You are so beautiful, so kind, so amazing. You're just exceptional in absolutely every way. And I absolutely cannot wait to marry you.
And I know you'll always be there for me. You'll always put my needs ahead of your own and support me in whatever I want to do.
There's nothing I have dreamed for more than marrying you. I promise.
And I just know that we will always make it work and we'll always be there for each other.
I love you.
I love you.